We're a couple weeks into 2018, and I bet you're wondering why you suck. Some of us who made those great New Year's resolutions have already failed completely. There's another excuse we use, and it's the second reason why you and I probably suck. It's the excuse that I don't have enough time. There's just not enough time. Oh, if I only had some more time. What time is it? Oh, I wish I could chat. I don't have enough time. That excuse sounds really good because when we tell it to other people, they're like, oh, wow, you're so busy. You must be so important. And what we're probably doing is just thumbing through Instagram. But let's look at that. Do we really not have enough time? I opened up my email the other day and I got an email from Lyft. Love using Lyft. If I were to go on record, I'd say it's way better than Uber. Lyft sends out an email that says, hey, here's what you did this past year with us. And I've ridden over 1,000 miles using Lyft, which is great. I've never really taken a trip longer than 22 minutes. In fact, that's the time of my longest trip. But here's the thing that really struck me. It tells you how long you've been in a Lyft. And I've been in a Lyft this year for a little over 30 hours. That's a full day and then most of a work day riding in a Lyft. That's almost a full work week of time. And that's not even counting the times where I actually did take an Uber somewhere. So when I start to think about that excuse, I don't have enough time, that's actually not true for me. I had almost a full week to do something in the back of a Lyft. When we say we don't have enough time, usually what we mean is I don't have the kind of perfect time that we want. So if we say I don't have enough time, what we mean is I don't have the perfect time. Oh, I'd love to write that book, but I don't have a perfect block of 90 minutes to just sit down in silence, uninterrupted. Dude, who does? Who has any time in that big of a block uninterrupted anymore? But you might have 5 minutes here or 10 minutes there. We have to change the rules of what constitutes the correct amount of time if we want to accomplish anything. Oh, I don't have an hour to go for a run. Fine, go for a run for 15 minutes. I bet if you sat down and looked at how long you spend on social media, you're probably around the average American at 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day. Sure, it doesn't all come in one big block, but maybe we're not rearranging our schedules the way that we should. Time is a sacred commodity because time isn't something we can magically gain more of if we work harder or we get a better paying job. Everybody has the same amount of time in a day. Here's how you can manage your time a little bit better. Find out what the essentials are. How long do you realistically need to sleep? Some people are like, well, you know how I'll make time? I'll get up early. I only get 4 hours of sleep a night. But if you actually need 7 hours of sleep every night, then carving out a couple of hours to wake up earlier isn't going to last. That's not sustainable. Get a calendar and make sure your time is sacred. That's the second way that you can stop sucking with the excuse that you don't have enough time. Schedule out your day. Put big things in and make sure you have blocks of time where if you need time to write or you need time to go to the gym or you want time to go to mass in the morning, you put those things down and you let them be set and you let them be sacred. You don't overschedule them. You don't rearrange them. You don't put them off. The third thing you can do when it comes to time, and I get this from an author named John Acuff, is you can take the time that you want to dedicate to something every single day and cut it in half. So if your perfect time to sit down and write is 30 minutes a day, cut it in half and say, I'm going to do 15 minutes of writing a day. If your perfect time to work out is an hour a day, cut it down to 30 minutes a day. And maybe you have to cut it down even in the frequency per week. We can get really unrealistic with the times we expect for things, which is why we use the excuse, I don't have enough time. Because we ideally want to go to the gym 6 times a week, but in reality, we'd probably be better if we only went 3. But because we can't go 6, we don't go at all. And because we don't go at all, well, you get the idea. So if you want to stop sucking with the excuse of time, this is what you do. Make a calendar, be realistic, cut your time in half, cut your goal in half of what your ideal time is. You'll be far more likely to be successful. You have to let go of the excuse, I just don't have enough time. You've got the time. You just need to know how to find it. Hey, if you got the time, take a couple seconds to share this with somebody who needs to stop sucking in 2018. And while you're at it, like and subscribe to this channel. We've got 3 more videos coming up that are excuses for why you probably suck and how we can stop sucking in 2018. We'll see you next week.